In the very heart of London, beneath the chimes of Big Ben and the watchful eyes of the police, more than 100,000 people gathered, chanting a single phrase, "Unite the Kingdom." At the front of this march stood one of Britain's most divisive figures, Stephen Yaxley-Lennon, better known as Tommy Robinson. But was this simply a demonstration, or the opening chapter of a deeper fracture threatening the unity of Britain itself? Before we dive in, over 95% of you still aren't subscribed. Subscribing is free and helps us keep creating even better content. Hit that subscribe button now and be part of our community. Robinson is no stranger to controversy. Once the founder of the English Defence League, he has long been a loud critic of immigration and multiculturalism. To his supporters, he's a truth-teller who dares to say what others won't. To his detractors, he's a provocateur, fueling division, normalizing hate, and dragging Britain backwards. His history is littered with arrests, bans, and courtroom battles, yet still, he draws crowds. On Saturday, the 13th of September, 2025, the capital became a stage. Banners were raised with slogans such as "Save Britain" and "Send them home." According to the Metropolitan Police, around 110,000 demonstrators took to the streets. Meanwhile, anti-racism groups such as Stand Up to Racism rallied an opposing crowd of about 5,000 people. Between them stood steel barricades, mounted officers, and a sterile area designed to keep the two sides apart. The march began in Southwark and surged towards Whitehall, the seat of government. But as the crowds moved closer, the mood shifted. Some of Robinson's supporters pushed against police lines, attempting to breach restricted areas. Bottles were thrown. Shouts turned to scuffles. In a statement, the Metropolitan Police confirmed a number of our officers were assaulted, with bottles and other projectiles directed at police lines. Some officers were struck by fists and kicks. At least 9 arrests were made on charges ranging from violent disorder to breach of the peace. The police presence, some 1,600 officers, including mounted units, was pushed to its limit. The rally wasn't just about immigration. Protesters held up placards of Charlie Kirk, the American conservative activist recently killed in the US, adopting his death as a rallying cry for their wider struggle against what they called cultural collapse. Tommy Robinson himself declared from the stage, "We are here for freedom of speech, we are here because the British people are finally waking up." Other placards took direct aim at Prime Minister Keir Starmer, accusing him of weakness and failure to control the borders. One demonstrator shouted into the cameras, "Starmer doesn't defend Britain, we will defend it ourselves." Anti-racism organizations branded the march a dangerous display of far-right mobilization. The police, meanwhile, faced criticism from all sides. Some accused them of heavy-handedness, others of not acting decisively enough to prevent clashes. The press was equally divided. The Guardian described it as a deeply troubling escalation that risks fueling racial division. Reuters focused on the sheer scale of the turnout and the strain placed on security. AP News reported that while widespread violence was avoided, the event left the government facing urgent questions. And those questions are growing louder. Can the government contain the anger surging across the country? Is London becoming the new battleground between hard-right nationalism and anti-racism movements? The 13th of September will not soon be forgotten. Unite the Kingdom was more than a march, it was a mirror held up to Britain, reflecting two competing visions of its future. For some, it was a patriotic stand, for others, an ominous sign of extremism gaining ground. Was this the dawn of a new political era in Britain? Or simply another storm that will pass, leaving behind scars in the nation's memory? Britain now stands at a crossroads, and the world is watching. If you found this video informative and want to stay updated with the stories shaping Britain, make sure to subscribe. Remember, over 95% of you still aren't subscribed. Subscribing is free and helps us keep creating even better content. Hit that subscribe button now and be part of our community. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.